Have you ever caught yourself saying, I just don't have the energy I used to? Or maybe you've noticed those little aches and pains popping up more often, or that staying motivated to move around just isn't as easy as it used to be. Well, let me tell you, you are not alone. And here's the real truth. Aging doesn't have to mean fading away. In fact, what you do after 60 can add 10 vibrant, fulfilling years to your life. Years packed with strength, clarity, independence, and joy. You see, most people believe slowing down is just part of getting older. But what if I told you there are a few simple habits, nothing complicated, that can actually reverse that feeling? Today, we're diving into 5 habits that are not only backed by science. They're already helping thousands of people over 60 feel younger, stronger, and more alive every single day. Let's kick things off with something that might catch you off guard. The first habit? Start your day with movement. Even just 5 minutes. Now, I don't mean a full workout or heading to the gym. I'm talking about gentle stretches, a short stroll around the house, maybe some light arm and leg movements while you're still in your pajamas. The goal here is to wake your body up on purpose, instead of letting it creak and groan its way into the day. When you move first thing in the morning, you're telling your muscles, hey, we're still in this together. It gets your blood flowing, your joints loosened up, and it gives your brain a gentle little nudge that says, let's make something of today. I remember this one man in his 70s who told me he just swings his arms and marches in place for 3 minutes every morning. And get this, he swears that's the reason he hasn't needed his cane in over a year. Now, once your body's awake, it's time to feed it like you mean it. That brings us to habit number 2. Eat real food first. Before reaching for toast or pouring a bowl of cereal, ask yourself, have I had anything fresh today? I'm talking about food that came from the earth, not from a box. A handful of berries, a hard-boiled egg, a slice of avocado on some whole grain toast. These are the kinds of foods that actually fuel your body, not just fill it. Here's something worth remembering. Your cells are still renewing themselves every single day, and they build themselves using whatever you give them. So, if you start your morning with sugar and starch, you're probably setting yourself up for a mid-morning crash. But if you start with fiber, healthy fats, and protein, you're giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong and steady. Not just for the morning, but for the years ahead. All right, so now we've got your body moving, and you've had a breakfast that truly nourishes you. Let's shift to something just as powerful, but often overlooked. Your daily connection with others. Now I know, it might sound simple, maybe even optional, but staying socially connected is actually one of the strongest predictors of a longer, healthier life. And I'm not just talking physically, mentally, and emotionally too. I'm not saying you need a packed social calendar or to be chatting on the phone all day long. But one meaningful connection each day, a chat with a neighbor, a quick call to a friend, playing with your grandkids, even just saying hello to someone on your walk, can lift your mood, lower your blood pressure, and help your brain stay sharp. There are real studies behind this. Seniors who stay socially connected tend to have better memory, lower rates of depression, and even stronger immune systems. And it's not about quantity. It's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. One woman in her late 60s told me she made it her mission to send one encouraging message a day. A text, a handwritten note, or even just a kind comment on Facebook. And not only does it brighten someone else's day, it gives her a reason to show up. That kind of purpose, it adds more life to your years and more years to your life. And while we're on the topic of the brain, let's move to a habit that might be the most underestimated of them all. Keep learning something new on purpose. Now I get it. When I say learning, your brain might jump straight to school or homework. But that's not what I mean. This isn't about grades or tests. It's about curiosity. Your brain is a muscle. And just like any other muscle, if you stop using it, it starts to weaken. But challenge it a little every day, it gets stronger. Now, I'm not saying you need to go learn a new language or enroll in college, unless you want to. It could be as simple as trying out a new recipe, learning a new card game, watching a documentary, or picking up an old hobby you once loved. The magic lies in the novelty. That unfamiliar thing that makes your brain go, I've never tried that before. That tiny spark of effort, it keeps your brain sharp. It delays cognitive decline. It fights off forgetfulness. And maybe most importantly, it gives you something to look forward to. I knew a man, 75 years old, who started watching YouTube videos on how to grow bonsai trees. Never gardened in his life. Now he's got a tiny jungle in his backyard and says he feels 20 years younger just being out there, trimming, learning, and growing right alongside his little trees. So let's pause for a moment. You've moved your body in the morning. You've fueled it with real food. You've connected with someone in a meaningful way. And you've stretched your mind, even just a little. That's already a powerful day. But there's one more habit that ties all of this together, and it might just be the one we neglect the most. Resting with intention. Now, I'm not talking about just lying on the couch or nodding off while the TV's on. I mean true, intentional rest, the kind that restores your body, your mind, and your spirit. After 60, quality rest matters more than ever. And here's the thing, rest doesn't only mean sleep. Sure, getting good, deep sleep is critical, but so is knowing when to slow down during the day. We live in a world that praises productivity, even in retirement. But your body? It needs room to breathe. That might look like sitting quietly with a warm cup of tea, taking a short nap, meditating, or just stepping outside and breathing in the fresh air without your phone, without a to-do list, just being. The truth is, poor rest, whether it's from bad sleep habits, chronic stress, or just never giving yourself permission to pause, can age you faster than almost anything else. It raises blood pressure. It spikes inflammation. It messes with your immune system. And it can make your brain foggy and forgetful. But the moment you start giving yourself the downtime you truly need, things change. Your mood lifts. Your digestion gets better. You find yourself feeling calmer, more focused, more alive. One viewer once shared that she made a simple change. No news after dinner. Instead, she swapped it with calming music and a warm bath. Within a week, she said she was sleeping better than she had in years. And that one change, it rippled out into better mornings, more energy, fewer aches. Sometimes, adding years to your life starts with subtracting the noise. So let's take a step back and look at what you've started building here. You've created a morning that supports your body. You've chosen food that nourishes you. You've made space for real connection. You've sparked curiosity in your mind. And you've honored your need for real rest. None of these things are extreme. They don't require fancy programs or the perfect setup. But when you stack them together, day after day, they build something powerful. A lifestyle that supports longevity. Not just living longer, but living better. With clarity, energy, and joy. And here's the best part. It's never too late to start. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Even if you start with just one of these habits and build from there, you're already ahead of the game. You're choosing to take charge of your future, not from a place of fear, but from a place of intention. So here's to waking up with purpose, feeding your body with care, reaching out to connect, keeping your mind alive, and resting in ways that actually heal. You deserve a life filled with strength, clarity, and laughter, no matter your age. If any of these habits resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Have you tried one? Or maybe you've got a tip of your own that's made a difference. I'd love to hear about it. And hey, if this video sparked even one idea you'd like to try, give it a thumbs up And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to live well, stay strong, and feel amazing at every stage of life. You've got this. Here's to living your best years, starting right now.